Hey everybody, it's Modern Refugee. I'm doing a little planting here today. I'm going to plant some seeds, and I'm going to do a little transplant on some seeds that I've already got out. These have been in the house for several days already, and I'm going to put a couple of these in a little bit larger container so they can grow a little more roots. This is kind of a video response to NWA Prepper's April challenge. He wanted to see his subscribers plant a few things, so that's kind of what I'm doing here today. Is I'm gonna submit this to his challenge. But anyway, I'm gonna tip the camera down here, and I'm gonna kind of show you what I'm gonna do here real quick. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some paper pots, and all you do is you just take some couple pieces of newspaper. This is just kind of a local free advertising paper that we get here. And all you're going to do is you're going to need a jar of some kind, whatever kind you want, about the size of what you want the final pots to be. And then all you do, slide over here a little bit, you're going to just wrap this paper around the jar, just like so. And what I do is I just push it down about 1/3 of the way, kind of like that. And then that gives me enough of an end where I can fold over my paper, just like so. Then you just pull the pot or the jar out, and then this top edge, you just kind of fold this top edge over to kind of hold it. Just another way you can use some old stuff laying around to make something useful out of it. And that's basically what it looks like, just like that. And these here I've already got made, and I got them in an old enamel cast iron pot here. I'm going to fill these with dirt, and I'm going to plant some seeds in that. But these tomatoes, I want to make a couple of them to give away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that old paper pot, I'm going to set this down in another old container here that I saved. And basically what that is these old mushroom containers that you get when you go shopping for produce. Mushrooms come in these kind of things anymore. Anyway, these are pretty nice for like picking berries or for doing something like this. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some dirt, and this is kind of half my local dirt here, and it's half seed starter mix that I'm mixed together, and I'm going to use this for the soil inside this paper pot. So I'm just going to take a little bit of a scoop, probably take a couple little scoops here. That in there. That's going to look something like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my little tomato plants here that I want to transplant. Kind of show you here. Take this one over here in the corner. I'm going to kind of cut a little ball of dirt out around him. Just like so. And I'm going to make a little bit of an indentation with my fingers down in my little paper pot. And I'm going to press his roots in good with the soil. Kind of set this out of the way. I'm going to take a little bit more of my homemade mix here that I mixed up with kind of, like I said, it's about half local soil and it's about half seed starter mix. Kind of looks like that right there. Now, I'm just going to give it a little drink of water so his roots can get happy in his new environment. Get him standing up nice and straight. Now I can take him in and I can put him in a windowsill until I'm ready to give him away. And when it's time to plant these, all I'm going to do is make a little bit of hole in the garden. And you can plant these. You don't have to discard that paper at all. You could just make a hole in the ground and set the whole thing down in and cover it with dirt up and around it. And then that way it's all biodegradable. This will just rot and go back into the soil. So that's one way to use some newspaper for your little seedlings. But I'm going to do one more here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to use that to plant a couple of pepper seeds here. that I got, just regular old Walmart variety pepper seeds. I'm going to open this up here so I got one when I need one. Set this little tomato plant off to the side, and I'm going to grab some more paper here. Oops, need to bump that. And I'm going to make a another paper pot. Same thing as before. Just take a strip of newspaper here, take my jar, set it down here on this end, and I'm going to roll it up. Push it about half out, half to a third. Pull my pot out, set that down, pull my jar out, I should say. We've got another paper pot that we can set inside of our old mushroom container here. Same thing as before. I'm going to put a scoop of my soil mix in. Now with starting a seed, I want a little bit of a hole in there, so I'm going to take let's see, what can I use here? A little scrap piece of wood, and just make a little bit of a hole, kind of like that. See that? Put a little bit of a hole down there in that mix. Now I'm going to put a couple of seeds here. Got my pepper seeds. I'm going to drop 2 seeds down there, and I'm going to just push a little of the dirt back over. Press that all down. Now, same as before, just put a little water on top of it to make sure that the seeds got good contact with the soil. And that's kind of what it looks like. And any of the water will collect down in the bottom, and that'll just draw up into the soil as it needs it. Kind of here's what it looks like after it's set for a minute with the, look at it like that. Kind of what it looks like after the water draw down into the soil a little bit. But anyway, this is just kind of my response to NWA Preppers Challenge on planting stuff, just kind of the way I do things. And like I said, these newspaper pots, they're good. You can just put them down in the soil when you're done. So I'm going to finish making up a couple more of these tomatoes here to give away to some people that I know, and maybe plant a couple more pepper seeds. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Just want to say thank you to all my subscribers out there. Hope you got a little information out of this. And this is for NWA Preppers Challenge. You guys have a great night.